Every culture has its own spice blend. It is the blend that makes the food unique for that region and culture. For India, it's garam masala. For Algeria, it's Ras El Hanout. Today, we are going deeper into the spice blend to know more about its history, how it became a part of everyday Algerian household, and much more. So, let's begin. Before we go any further, let's say it right. Ras El Hanout. In some Algerian dialects, you'll hear ras with slightly harder s. Both are correct. Language, like spices, change by neighborhood. Ras El Hanout is the finest spice the merchant has to offer, his best work, curated and blended. There is no standard recipe for Ras El Hanout. No fixed formula exists. Each shop, family, and generation creates its own version. There is a trade secret. Historically guided by utter guilds, the blend was a merchant's reputation and identity. Documented versions contain anywhere from 12 to over 100 individual spices, but the core almost is always the same: cumin, coriander, cinnamon, cardamom, black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cloves, and nutmeg. From there, the blend becomes personal: rose petals, saffron, grains of paradise, orris root, dried rose buds, and lavender. Some historic versions included ingredients now banned. This was a spice blend that lived at the intersection of kitchen and apothecary. During the Islamic Golden Age, a period of extraordinary advancement in botany, pharmacology, and food science happened. Knowledge moved along the same routes as goods, from sub-Saharan Africa to the Middle East and the Silk Roads in the Western Ages. The merchants who received these spices operated within the family ties. Their blends were their reputation, their signature, and the trade secret was passed from father to son, from master to apprentice. There is a Berber folk story, and I love this one. A sultan's errand boy is sent to the market to buy spices for the daily couscous. He is delayed and out of breath. He arrives at the spice merchant's stall with no time left. He can't remember the list anymore. So he begs, "Please, Sidi, just give me a little of everything." The merchant obliges, mixes it all in one bag. The sultan eats, and it's the best couscous he has ever tasted. Whether it happened or not, we don't know. But it captures something true about Ras El Hanout. It is the act of abundance, of trust, and improvisation that becomes a tradition. Algeria's culinary identity is a living archaeological site. Every civilization that has passed through left something behind in the kitchen. The Berbers made roasting seasonal vegetables a foundation of their daily life. From the 7th century onwards, the Arab conquest brought something transformative to North Africa: a spice culture. Saffron, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. These were the raw ingredients that would eventually become Ras El Hanout. The Ottoman period refined and elaborated spices much further. The trade routes deepened. The range of available spices expanded. The attar shops of Algeria became an institution. During the French colonization, many local traditions were seen as an act of cultural resistance, but the Algerian grandmothers kept Ras El Hanout a secret and saved it for future generations. Ras El Hanout became an oral tradition passed down through generations. When we talk about Ras El Hanout, the word tends to say Moroccan, and of course the Morocco deserves its reputation. The spice souks of Marrakesh are extraordinary, but the Algerian version is its own thing. Moroccan blends often lean towards floral and sweet version, rose petals, lavender, and a delicate perfume. The Tunisian version favors dried rosebuds and anise. The Algerian blends tend to be more pepper-forward, more pungent, less sweet, more saffron, which takes the Algerian long history of saffron cultivation in the Atlas Highlands and its Ottoman-era trade connections. More cumin, more coriander, built for long-simmered, deeply savory cooking of the Algerian table. In Algeria, Ras El Hanout is not a special occasion spice. It is the foundation of Algerian cooking. In East Algeria, couscous is served with red broth with tomatoes, chickpeas, and Ras El Hanout, the regional signature of Constantine and Annaba. Recta is a thin pasta noodles in a delicate chicken broth. It is built on Ras El Hanout, cinnamon, and chickpeas. This is a dish you make for Eid and weddings. Chakchuka is a dish of toned flatbread soaked in lamb and chickpeas. It carries Ras El Hanout in its broth. So does the broth of berkouks, the hand-rolled pasta that appears in southern cooking. A little goes a long way. A half teaspoon for four people is enough to change the entire character of a dish. Some cooks add it early, letting the toast it gently in oil. Ras El Hanout is an heirloom. It is passed through one generation to another. Ras El Hanout is unwritten knowledge. It is a sensory transmission, cultural continuity, and a flavor as a memory. Today, Ras El Hanout has gone global. You'll find commercial versions in supermarkets across Europe. In those commercial blends, the formula is simplified, standardized, and is shelf stable. But for an Algerian cook who grew up grinding her own blends, knows the difference between the commercial and the real thing. She knows what a freshly toasted cardamom pot smells like when it meets the hot oil. And that knowledge can only be gained through the years of experience. Ras El Hanout began in medieval souks as a merchant's signature commodity. It traveled through centuries of Arab spice trade, Ottoman commerce, Berber traditions, and French colonizations. If you have made this with your family, or if you have a version of this story in your own kitchen, I want to hear it. Tell me in the comments, is there a spice blend that you reach every time when you are cooking? Subscribe to Uncommon Tables for stories like this. I'll see you next time. Till then, you take care and keep exploring new flavors.